Alex Ansary here, May 1st, 2017. Isn't Donald Trump trying to rename May 1st to be something? It's probably going to be protest as usual today from people across the globe. May 1st is also known as a big day for protesting things and labor issues, and it's a day in which the communists come out of the woodwork. So on the topic of manufactured civil unrest, the videos coming out of Portland, Oregon are just simply outrageous. But see, it's reasons like that. We're talking about the Antifa attack on the Trump supporters. Because, see, I'm not with either side. I'm certainly not with a side that's going to promote racial profiling and wars without end. I'm certainly not going to be with another side that believes in crushing someone's free speech, assaulting people, taking people's cameras. That's what we're seeing from Antifa. I'm probably going to show you this footage because it's so shocking. I'll also let you know I'm not going to be mirroring some of the riot footage on YouTube. And it's because copyright claims have already been filed on my channel by a Cameron in Portland, Oregon, as well as a Robert West. I am going to bring back the video series to Portland, Oregon, formerly known as Portland Community Media, now known as Open Signal. What a name for an access TV center. The logo, by the way, of the old PCM was like someone holding a TV box over their head. Like I'm on TV. But Open Signal has more of an Orwellian, almost mind control suggestion to it. So this is actually a time in which you're seeing so much of that manufactured civil unrest within the United States, and it's troubling to see, and I'm glad I'm not in the thick of it. Some people that kind of want to do a jab at me because I was born in Portland, they'll play up that card like it's racism, like, oh, he's from Portland, without discounting, or while discounting the fact that I escaped Portland. So what I want to say to you is that it's really toxic to watch too many of those videos, and by watching only an hour of it, and then watching, or reading rather, from the Oregonian, an angry woman who's a writer at the Oregonian wrote an article, 13 Reasons to Go Back Where You Came From. And it was to go from one story regarding a lot of anger, misdirected anger, to go to another story, but it's the same energy. And then I read the comments on that, and I'm glad that at least some people made some comments noting the toxic energy that they felt from the author at the Oregonian. It's like, yes, the city has some serious issues. I left for a reason. I won't return for a reason, but my heart still, right? Well, isn't there going to be a part of us that, isn't it normal for us to at least be somewhat connected with the place in which we exited the womb? Even if we leave that area to watch it. That's where we were born. And we may not have any roots remaining there, but certainly as someone that was on Access TV there, I've reached thousands there, and still reach pockets of people in Portland with my message. Why should I not care? How is it possible for me to just erase Portland from my memory and just focus on global events and things that I read about on the internet? What about what's in my heart? And I'll tell you what, when I look at the direction of Portland, and I see what's happening in the news, and I see what these Oregonian writers are putting out there, and I also hear occasionally from some people in Portland that do appreciate the fact that I haven't forgotten the place. And I'm still commenting on things that are still happening because I care about people. It's not easy. And what I see is confirmation after confirmation that Portland is heading towards some sort of event. There's a reason why I put out that video, Operation Blackjack. Is it a warning of a Muslim false flag? And other concerns that I have about just the overall region. So I think that these major cities, and there may be things that are worthy of study that you could vlog about on YouTube, cities that you know very well, as we look at what's happening now with the human experience, as we sit here in 2017, as we see these cities morphing and changing before our very eyes. So I'm going to bring back Outside the Box TV for one particular quarter, which is like 3 months, 4 months. We'll see if there's any feedback from the Portland audience. If some of the viewers there believe that my programming is going to be benefiting the Portland community and Portland consciousness, I do see a need to speak to others outside the box of YouTube. My on-demand channel is going to help me finance things to a point where I can do this full time and not be giving too much of myself and my time away to others. But for the first time, to be focused on my own work 100%. Right now, that's not the case. 50% of it is still going to another person's website. With the YouTube apocalypse upon us regarding AdSense, we're seeing a bubble popping literally with independent content creators. It doesn't mean it's the end of independent content creation. It means it's the end of the way that it was for many of us. And so we're going from dependency on advertising dollars from the corporations to direct audience support. Now approaching nearly 20 subscribers at OutsideTheBox.vhx.tv at $4.95 a month. That's 16 cents a day. I'm now independent from the corporations. More and more every single day. It's going to take a few months to get to my goal. But now I'm like easing into these new shoes. A new seat, so to speak. To where I'm able to reach more and more people and focus on my message and pull back from my energy being scattered around. I also see the need for there to be real geopolitical commentary on what's going on without trying to direct people into a pro-Russia narrative or a pro-China narrative or a tribalistic survival mindset of pro-Trump, because if we don't get behind Trump and premeditative strikes around the world, they're going to hit us first. Like this is some sort of a street fight in some sort of an alleyway. It's not like a street fight in an alley. Not when the establishment has armed the whole world to the teeth. It's not a typical street fight. Get the guy first before he knocks you out. But see, they're playing on that street fighting WWF psychology. So the street fighting WWF reality and stage conflicts, and then we see Antifa over here and the Trump supporters over here, and a new level of violence in the streets of America. If you're my age, at least, and maybe a little older, you've never seen this before, quite like this. And it's not a genuine struggle for equality coming from Antifa. It's politics. Because if it really was, you wouldn't have had so many people asleep during the Obama administration just because we had a black president. You would have had more people concerned about the drone attack victims. So that's my commentary this morning. Don't panic about World War III. Don't get involved in the civil unrest. Understand, watching too much of that stuff on YouTube is absolutely toxic. Focus on how you can be the solution in your own life. Be mindful with your energy. Be mindful with what you focus on the internet. Don't be watching all of this constant fighting and things of that nature. It honestly makes more sense for you to watch professional wrestling from the 1980s and get a good laugh out of it. It gets a little satanic after you get out of 1988, 1987, but for now, I'm Alex Ansary signing off.